Soulsonic, this is Lowkey the Boy Wonder. At dun sa mga hindi nakakilala mo sino po ako po yung isa sa member ng Mad Poets. And also, I've been producing a couple of albums for quite some time. And let's go to producing. I started producing or making beats around the year 1995. And the first album I did was IPK. And then of course yung album namin, the Mad Poets. And then there's Chinese Mafia. And then ang dami na sunod-sunod na siya. Okay, my weapon of choice would be, of course, my ever-trusted MPC. MPC 1000 lang, nothing fancy. And then a couple of other drum machines and samples like ASR. And then I still use my EMU MP7. And of course, ngayon, I am beginning to use computer. I'm using this program called Reason, and I'd like to give a shout out to Art Strong for opening my mind to that. When it comes to chopping beats and chopping breaks, definitely MPC is the best place to go. It's the best hardware. But once you want it to embellish a little bit more, then that's where I use it. Sa software na ako lumilipat. Again, Reason 4. And I'm a Cubase kid, so Cubase SX po ang ginagamit ko. Nothing fancy. Well, usually it's like this. When I make beats, it starts with a break. It depends. If the break is dope, then I start with the break. But sometimes, may mga breaks na magaganda parang ang hirap i-flip dahil ganda hindi mo alam kung paano mo i-flip dahil ang ganda nga niya. Pero pag pwede naman, breaks and then kicks, snares, the usual. Pero there are times na I try to break away then from using breaks and try to use my hands. Like for example, some of the things that I did for Denmark's album, some of it I used breaks, but yung iba din doon I use keyboard sounds, so yun, synth sounds rather. I just finished, I do a couple of jingles and a couple of albums and songs. The one that I did right now is in UK for a commercial, that's the Nisvita commercial. And that was together with the Beatmatics, of course. I'm also currently working on my own album, but it's on the Lilo. I'm trying to finish it, and most of the tracks there are really different. I want to shift to another vibe. Let's see, I'm also working with Duncan and also with Diego. Si Duncan po yung isa po sa Rapscallion. So, medyo iba-iba yung vibe dun. Yung kay Diego din, iba din yung vibe. Diego is coming back again in this hip-hop sound kasi before medyo gumawa siya ng mga commercial songs, but this time he wants to go back with the hip-hop feel or hip-hop vibe. The track that I want to work with also, or artist that I want to work with, is Raymond Marasigan. We're trying to do something. And of course, with Just Right and Picasso, we're doing some tracks. I'm just finishing the beat, but hopefully. The surprising thing about digging now is that just a couple of days ago when I went out digging, iba na yung nagdidig. You know, there are college kids that are starting to dig. I don't know, maybe they're just digging for the sake of buying a record, or I don't know, kasi pag nakikita mo naman yung binibida nila, it's nothing special, but you know, who am I? Iba-iba tayo di ba? And then there was this one place I went to, ang mga kasabay ko naman nagdidig, mga doktor, may attorney, so sabi ko ba, it's getting back, you know, digging for records, whatever that is, it's coming back, and ang dami nang bumibili. At pahirap ng pahirap, kumuha ng mga magagandang plaka. Talagang chamba talaga. Well, I was able to check this album. I don't know if this is considered to be fine, but for me, it has a break used by Pete Rock, particularly this song, Poinciana, and if I pronounce it correctly, but I bought this only for 50 pesos. And then, there's this also one record that, quite chamba rin. It's by Jimmy McGriff. So, would you believe this is also 50 pesos? So, yung nakita ko to, nanginig ako eh. Nanginig ako, sabi ko, nandun siya. Sabi ko, oh shit, sabi ko, buti lang may pera ako. So, once I saw it, binili ko kaagad. Still Peep Rock, Night Wonder, you know, DJ Premier, the usual, but let's see, sometimes nga may nagsasabi na katunog lang niya or kagaya lang si ganito, si ganyan. You know, I don't take that as an offense, but whenever they say that to me, I just say, uy, I feel good because, not because I sounded like them, but because I sounded like hip-hop. You know, that's the main thing there. You can tell me that I sounded like Premier or I sounded like Jazzy Jeff or anyone or any hip-hop producer. That's an honor for me because that means I sounded hip-hop. My message to all the upcoming producers and beat makers is, first of all, never let anyone call you as an arranger. If you are a hip-hop producer, then you are a hip-hop producer. Huwag kayo babayang natatawagin kayong arranger because there's no such thing as arranging in hip-hop music. Okay? Now, let's just say there is a rap artist who has a dope idea and then he gives you that idea. That's just an idea. But if once nabigay ka sa'yo, you'll be the one to produce the beat. You're gonna look for that break. You're gonna look for that beat. You're gonna look for that kick and snare. You're the one who's gonna construct that song. Wala namang arranging eh. You know, the term arranging only comes if you are making pop music, if you're making rock music. So what I have here are some of the records that I love listening to, especially if things doesn't go right, or just to make my day complete. I put it in the MP3. Of course, can't forget George Benson's Shape of Things to Come. We all know that it has a break, and if you don't know what the break is, then you just have to do a little homework. Of course, Bob James. Two ang gusto ko dito, pero yung pinakamaganda lang syempre is yung Bob James 1. And it is a must-have. If you are a crate digger, then you should have at least a copy of this. It is a rite of passage, ika nga sabi ni Night Wonder, particularly the song Nautilus. Let's see, next is of course Donald Beard, and produced of course by no other than Larry Fonzel. Yeah. So, maganda rin po ang group nito. It has a break used by Peep Rock, Johnny Hammond, produced din po ni Larry and Fonzel. So, yung group niya is quite familiar with Donald Beard, same producers. So, yeah, these are some of the songs or albums that I really like. Final shout-outs, of course, first of all, I'd like to thank Soulsonic TV for giving me the opportunity to be interviewed or to be here in front of you. And of course, papasalamat din pala ako dun sa mga taong continuously sending their emails and messages. You know, lately I've been getting messages sa mga kabataan na around ages 21 to 22, and they're naming some of the music that I did. It's ang sarap ng feeling because these kids are really giving you respect, and sa totoo lang, they're the ones who is keeping me to make more beats. They're the ones who they inspire me more because marami palang nakikinig talaga. So yun lang.